Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I started this channel because I wanted to, make people more aware of the difference between what Muslims do and what Islam teaches, and also other topics that crop up which non-Muslims say about Islam and Muslims, which isn't true. I've always seemed to have a lot to say, and always putting the world to rights, me and my friends. And I thought, you know what? I think I should get on YouTube and just, say what needs to be said. Um, you may not always agree with my views, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. When it comes to Islam, however, I won't be speaking from my opinion. I'll be speaking um, from the teachings of Islam. I'm not a scholar. I'm just a mother, and I've been a Muslim now for about 20 years. And a lot of things annoy me so much in regards to what Muslims do and what Islam teaches. It's like Islam versus Muslims, because a lot of Muslims are doing things which have nothing to do with Islam, and but people, because of the media, etc., and internet, people think that it is Islam. Well, it's not. And also there are the things that non-Muslims that are what we call haters of Islam and Muslims. They post lies about Islam, and I'll give you one example in this introduction video. They say that Islam allows lying about the religion to get converts. Okay, they call it taqiyya. This is just a joke. I mean, seriously. I mean, if you actually stop and think about it, I lie to you about my religion so that you become a Muslim, and then when you become a Muslim, you find out I lied. Hello? Who's gonna, seriously, are you kidding me? Anyway, and then I come across this other site that was saying, well, basically what they do is the Muslims will make you think that they're your friend, get on your good side, fool you, so that you accept Islam. Well, it's kind of normal, common courtesy when you talk to people that you're friendly. I mean, you're not going to go up to somebody and be aggressive and be really horrible and say, hey, I want to tell you about Islam. Yeah, seriously. And actually, Islam teaches us to be kind to other people, to respect other people, to not insult other people. Whether you are Muslim or non-Muslim, we have to respect you as a human being. We may not always agree with or respect the choices you make, but as a human being, unless you give us otherwise, we have to respect you as a human. So, I mean, it's just they'll stop at no ends to make people turn people away from Islam. And I want to talk about those kinds of things. And when I come up with this, when I heard about this taqiyya thing, that we can lie about our religion, we don't have to lie about our religion, and we won't lie about our religion. You either accept Islam for what it is, or you don't. It's simple. It's as simple as that, because you can't become a Muslim unless you feel it in your heart that it's the truth. And it's one of the conditions of the Shahada, of becoming a Muslim, that you feel that it is the truth in your heart. Now, if you have to lie to somebody, that means that you're obviously not feeling it. I mean, why would you lie? Why would you need to lie about something if you feel it's the truth? Yeah, it baffles me, that one. But hey, be careful, you guys, because you know what? I'm just being nice because I want to turn you over to my side, really, And yeah. Oh, look, the screen light's gone down again. If it goes a bit dim, that's because the screen light has gone down. It actually, in the Quran, I will post in the description the evidence from the Quran that we are not allowed to lie about um, Allah, God. We are not allowed. It's a big sin. You are not allowed. Okay, you are not allowed to lie about Muhammad, peace be upon him. It's just God created God gave us Islam for us. It's a way of life. Islam means way of life. So He gave us a way of life for us. No need to, we change it. We are committing a big sin if we change uh, the way of life that He set for us to live by. He tells us in the Quran, I think it was the final verse that was revealed, this day I have perfected your religion for you. Perfected your religion for you. Completed my favor upon you and given you Islam as your deen. Deen is way of life. So we are not allowed to change it at all, not one little bit. Now, when we are allowed to lie, you see, let me explain to you, say, well, wow, you're allowed to lie? I mean, isn't that a very unholy thing to do? Well, let me explain something to you. Muslims who are practicing Islam as best as they can, and they're trying to do it in the proper way, they won't do things that God, who we say Allah, they won't do things that Allah says not to do. Now, if He didn't tell us there were certain instances where we could tell an untruth, because lying for reasons of hurting someone or gaining wealth, etc., 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 those kinds of lies, it's a sign of hypocrisy. So we're not allowed to generally lie. But He did give us 3 conditions where we could. And it's because otherwise we maybe would think we can't when we would need to. So we would think, okay, I can't do this. I can't do this because, Allah has said we're not allowed to lie. It's a sign of hypocrisy. So I can't. One of the ways that you can is to your enemies of war. So if you're having a battle. Now, I don't think you could walk down the Downing Street to the current prime minister and in America, to whoever the president is, because I don't know how long this video is going to last, and it may be a different president, different prime minister.
20 hours.
And sorry, that was my laptop clock. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Yes. Anyways, you wouldn't expect them to tell the truth to the enemy now, would you? I mean, if the enemy asked them a question like, where are you going to be where are your troops going to be hiding to, jump us? You're not going to tell them. So it's in that way you are allowed to. You are allowed to, in regards to battle, if your life is in danger, if your life is being threatened, you are allowed to. It's all kind of encompassed in that. Also, you are allowed to lie to reunite 2 people who are arguing. And what they mean by that is you leave out all the bad stuff that they've said. Maybe they've used bad words, etc., etc. So you don't say all of it, okay? Because you want to try to bring these people back together again. And the other is for the wife to the husband and the husband to the wife. If you are going to, and it's not like, again, it's not lying to I can't think of the words. I'm getting a brain freeze. For your own benefit, in the sense of to get something or to hurt that person. But you can do if it's going to stop a big problem. So it would be like, if the husband comes home and the wife has cooked something and it tastes really, really awful, really, really bad. I mean, it's the first time she cooked it, or she's not a very good cook. And she says to him, so how do you like it, dear? And he says to her, it's really horrible. I mean, that is disgusting. That food is awful. He would be allowed to say, well, dear, it's not my favorite dish you've ever cooked, but, thank you. So this kind of thing. And the same thing for the wife. If the husband has maybe, oh, I don't know, he's fixed something in the house and, he's not used to fixing these things, or he's done decorating or something, and he didn't do a very good job. It was his first time. And the wife herself thinks that it's not a very good job. And he says, so how did I do, dear? And she says, boy, you're absolutely horrible at this. Don't do it ever again. It's awful. No. She would say, well, you've worked really hard on this, haven't you? Thank you so much. You kind of don't have to tell that what you're really feeling in that regard. So that's what it means. Okay, that is what it means. But never ever are we allowed to lie about any aspect of our religion. None. Nothing. Nothing. And I hope that's clear. I've been going on now for quite a long time for the first ever video. And the name of the channel is Rise from the West. I chose that because one of the signs before the Day of Judgment is that the sun will rise from the west and set in the east. And the other is the rise of the non-Muslims becoming Muslims. So a lot of people are turning to Islam from the West. I'm one of them. I'm English. And, we do see both sides of things. So it's kind of helpful to know the both sides of the coin when you're talking to people as well. Anyway, I'm going to stop now, and I hope that you've enjoyed the video. Please don't leave any nasty comments. I won't be allowing any bad language or rude comments on the channel. You're allowed to disagree, but do it with manners and that's it. Basically, that it's okay. I don't like all of this trolling which is going on online nowadays. I mean, people just seem to think that because they're from behind a screen, they can be horrible to somebody and just say the most awful things. And I don't understand that. It's like, don't you have a heart? I mean, there's somebody on the other side of that screen, the things you're saying, and they call people ugly and fat and swearing, and it's just not necessary. It doesn't help, or it doesn't solve anything, and there's no point to it. So if you want to disagree with me, that's fine. But yeah, anyway, I'm what do we call it, waffling on. So I'm going to close off this introductory video, and I hope that you do come back and see what else I'm going to talk about. Anyway, thank you. Bye.